All right, gentlemen, welcome back to the RVB Spring Cup. This is day number 2, finals day. There will be first 2 winners bracket matches, and the match first up, Mike Check versus Sansha of the starboard bow. I'm joined here by Dentesi. No squeebles today, but we do have other U-Hurt in the house. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, ready for another day. It's a little early for me, but I'm okay with that. But I'm excited to see what's happening here today, to see if the Vexor dominance will fall.
Indeed, we did see a lot of Vexers today, and as you can see on stream, we already see more Vexers. Let me tell the teams we are ready to go.
So today, on which team am I rooting for today? Sancha. I've got a Vexor, Mollis, Moa, Vexor.
Yeah, I've got team Mike Check here, and they have brought the same setup they brought earlier: a Vexer, a Tristan, 2 Ishkers, and an Oneros. And the match is on. A lot of drones in the air, hammerheads, hobgoblins, and a good fight of warriors. Has to be said, the Molus for Sansha warped to range, and most of the other team warped either to 0 or to 10, so it's going to be a brawl.
Yep, and we've got Tycho Kane taking damage for Mike Check and Icaria for Team Sancha. Icaria is currently in the MOA for Team Sancha, and he's taking a lot of shield damage. He's almost dipping into armor at this point. I don't know if he's going to be... yeah, he's boosting back. So he's going to be an ASB MOA, and hopefully his tank will hold, but under the Oneros reps, the tank of the other
Yeah,
other Vexor team is
Tycho's
gonna.
Vexer is getting hammered by geckos here, so it's
Ah,
they really need to either overheat the reps, get the Vexer out of range of some of these blaster DPS of the MOAs, or otherwise his tank will break. Although they are doing quite a good work on the MOA, he's still dipping into very low shields.
yeah. So either his ASPs run out of charges and they're gonna lose him shortly, and Tycho they're gonna be trading a MOA for a Vexor here. Well, maybe yeah. Ico is definitely dropping.
I think that's an okay trade at this point. The Oneros, the less DPS he has to handle, the more he can actually do. Although the Ishkers he needs to keep up do not have a lot of tank to work with.
Hopefully they fixed the mistake that they had from yesterday and decided to plate their Ishkers instead of strapping an ancillary armor repair on them, which gave them a whole lot less buffer last night, and seems that he's holding a little bit more effectively.
Yeah, the Ishkers are bouncing around in armor, still quite healthy. Meanwhile, the Oneros is taking a little bit of damage that should be from drones because he's way off the fight. He's continually being damned by the Maulus, of course, but that Maulus is also being counter-damned by the looks of it by the Tristan. So a little bit of E-War support battle going on here.
Yeah, and we've got Shaggy on Team Sansha taking a considerable amount of damage. Shaggy today is in a Vexor, and as soon as if he drops, they're going to be hurting on a lot of their DPS if he's flying one of those drone Vexors,
Yeah,
those Gecko Vexors rather.
yeah. With the Vexor of Shaggy down, that would probably be the match for the Mike Check team with their Ishkers still up, the Yoneros still up. Even though the Ishkers do not have that much DPS, the Shaggy in the Vexor is trying to still the Ishker of Vash. He has webs on. There's no newts on the field as I can see. Um,
Yeah, I'm not seeing any
they
new
might
pressure.
maybe they should try and switch and confuse the Oneros here and try and down the Ishker. The Tristan is rather safe. He is staying at range, knowing that his tank is really not that strong.
Actually, the Oneros has now become the primary. However, he's got a really sturdy tank, and the Vexor has just gone down on Team Sancha, so they're going to be hurting on DPS.
They still do have that Moa and the Vexor, and they indeed have been parked right on the Oneros now. So this is a good swing for the Sancha team. They are going to break this Oneros. Let me take a look where the Ishkers are. They have, after killing the Vexer for the Sansha team, they have now tried to bail out their Oneros. The Maulus at this point is really of no consequence, only adding a little bit of DPS for the Sansha team. It's all about these two Ishkers trying to down the Vexer of just before the Oneros goes down.
It's going to be rather painful, and if the Vexer goes down before the Oneros, it's not going to be a very good trade at all. If the and the Oneros is definitely going to be going down before the Vexer.
Yeah. This is going to be rough for the Mike Check team. Let's see if these Ishkers can pull off some tracking heroics, although they will be double webbed most likely. I just saw a drone explode also. So
yeah, their smart move at this point is to kill the drones of that Vexer, but the Ishkur Vash is the current primary, but the Vexer for Team Sancha is down at this point.
Okay. This is actually a good trade. The Ishkur is not yet down. Vash is trying to get away from the Moa of Arjar. Once he gets away, he should be fine. He can let his tank recover a bit. The Mollusk just went off my screen. Where did he go?
That is a good question. I don't know.
He's no longer on field, actually. Maybe he had crossed the boundary and had to warp off according to our rules. Well, not of really that much consequence. It's really just the Moa versus two Iskers at this point, with a little bit of help from the Tristan.
So the Ishkur of Vash is pulling away in just the beginnings of structure. He's just kiting out and just trying to stay alive for point value's sake.
Excellent idea. Currently on points, let's add up here. The Moa is worth 7. We can consider the Mollusk as dead at this point. The Ishkers are both 4 points, and the Tristan is 2. So currently, they are quite comfortable leading on points. So they can, if they decide to do so, just avoid the Moa for the rest of the fight. We have 4 minutes left, maybe a little bit less. So that couldn't be a tactic to follow.
So yeah, at this point, the Moa is tackled by the Ishkur of TGL3, and he's trying to primary the Tristan, which is probably the smartest idea that he can have if it was in range. If he was in damage-dealing range of this Tristan, it's got the softest tank, but unfortunately, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any damage coming into the Tristan. The Moa will range for TB, probably in the order of 20 kilometers from the Tristan.
So Arjar Amar in the Moa for Team Sancha is he's just boosted, so he's going to stay alive for a little bit longer, but for how long I'm not sure. The match is about 3 minutes left, so he's either just going to try to stay alive for that, and just try and get that Tristan if he's lucky.
I think at this point, maybe already a little bit earlier, you should have tried to switch to TG's Ishkur, try to get a tackle or scare that tackle off him. See if he can try and break that Ishkur with his weapon and his blasters.
I'm not entirely sure he's got a whole lot of tackle fit, so
I'm gonna check the Ishkur, and indeed, I'm not seeing a webbing effect coming from the Moa, so that may be a little bit of an oversight.
I'm seeing a web on him, I believe.
Yeah, there's a web now.
Yeah, there he is.
But it's too late. The Moa is breaking hard. He's out of charges, and this should be another win for the Mike Check team. And TGL3, the captain, has yet to lose a ship, which he shall be very smug about.
Smug as a rug.
So that concludes our first match. The Mike Check team moves on into the winners bracket. The Sansha team will go to the losers bracket. Losers bracket matches for them will start, I believe, around 1900 my time, so that should be 1700, 1720 Eve time. For now, we have one more winners bracket match coming right up. I don't have the team names on standby. I'll
Next up, we have Del DeVecchio's ISK doubling service versus Who's the FC. That's going to be a fun match. Yesterday, we saw Who's the FC pull some magic out their hat, but I don't remember what the magic was. It was some sleight of hand, I think.
I believe the Squeebles called it that they were all business, so we'll see how that pans out. Let's take a little break, clean up the arena, and we'll be right back with you.